sharks?
I sure can. I could do a lot of things, and seeing sharks is just the beginning of it. Hang on just a moment. We're starting the show. So, hey, folks, welcome to another Landi Mantics production. This is Mandela Mantics. I'm Keith Landi. I have actually a birthday broadcast to announce today. And on the phone with me, I have the none other than Theresa, once again. Lynch has joined the show in order to do this very special task that we have. On the agenda up is to go over this very special person, some of the things he does, some of the things he has done, some of the things he continues to do, and then we'll tell you exactly who he is, wish him the biggest, bestest, brightest birthday that a Mandela effectian can possibly do, and we'll begin all of that right now. Hey, Theresa, how are you?
Fine, how you doing tonight, Keith?
Oh, kicking butt, just another day as usual, you know, the Mandela effect accumulates.
Oh, yes.
Earlier today, I was crying like a little baby. You know how we get with our emotions, and you know, like we get so into the effects and different things, and sometimes it just gets the better of us, you know? I feel like I've been flipping and switching around a lot, and that, you know, I've had people drop out of my life recently, you know, and it hurts when you lose people, or when, you know, you're shifting and you had a good energy with, say, someone at one point, and then the energy wasn't so good later. That's really sad.
I had that with the person that I work with, and it was weird, and I mean, I really liked this girl, and then the last couple of weeks or so,
yeah,
she went from being one way to being another way, and now I don't even talk to her. And
that's,
like,
I find that so incredibly sad.
The same person.
You know, that's why I say it's so important to have strength and to be, you know, to be as loving as you can, to try not to alienate people, but sometimes it doesn't even matter.
No, but she's acting very, I'm not going to say this word, she's acting very evil.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. Some people are. Look what happened to me. Look what happened to me. So I don't talk about it too much because I moved on. I'm a happy person focusing on optimistic things. I'm focused on the future of the Mandela effect community. I really want to know where we're headed next. That's why I've got you on. That's why I've got all these people coming on. And, you know, because I want to know.
I'm hoping it's a positive thing. And,
yes,
you know, whether this Mandela effect's going to slow down or it's going to speed up. And it seems like it comes in waves.
Yeah, and we all have to be positive. Like me, I'm smoking. I got to quit smoking. I've already lost 85 pounds. I'm already building myself back up. You know, no matter how many times we switch and move around, go there, go here, we still owe it to ourselves to lift ourselves back up. And you know, just because we flip into a place that may not be as nice as the place we just came from, sometimes it's better. You still got to lift yourself back up. You can't just stay down. You can't... That's earlier for me. I was crying. I was upset. You know, I just flipped again. I could tell. And it's emotional for us when that happens.
You know what? I'm with you. Now I can tell when we flip, my ears act really bizarre. Like, it'll be like I go, like, deafening. It's like you ever been underwater? You know how it's really quiet underwater?
Yes.
That's the feeling that I feel when we shift.
You know, for me, I usually find out... All right, here, get this. I was getting up and I said, I'm hungry. I'm going to go have lunch. And lunch is around noon, right? So I'm going to go have lunch. And I go into the kitchen. I'm looking around. What do I want to have? And on my way back out, because I'm still trying to decide, okay, am I going to have that or this? I put my food in. I come back out. And I look and I see outside and it's pitch black. I say, it's dark. And we're... Okay, I understand our hours are all messed up too, but no, not that bad. I mean, I know when just moments ago it was daytime and I just woke up and then you look and it's nighttime and it's like, you know, it's just, I mean, it gets dark early here, but still.
Can you believe it's been a year already, Keith? I mean, I woke up today and I'm like, oh my God,
I know.
We just had my Christmas party a year ago and we're going to have a Christmas party where I work at, you know, like an office party. It just seems like we had it, and it's been a year.
I was making videos for the Mandela Effect community. I was getting known big time by a lot of people, you know, doing the Brian McFarland show all the time. And then I just stopped, remember? And it was because I was being attacked by evil. I didn't get back into the Mandela Effect community again until after I actually made my comeback. I had to beat that evil off after beating it off with love, you know? Huh?
We need you around. You know that. You're very important to the community.
Oh, thank you so much, honey. And we need you, too.
You bring a lot of spirituality. You bring a lot of positivity. You just have a lot of things to say that makes makes truth come out and lets everybody feel comfortable about what we're going through. And you're awesome.
Oh, thank you.
You gotta stick with us.
That means the world. Thank you so much, Theresa. That touches my heart because, we all matter so much. Teresa's absolutely
and
right.
You know what? Being part of the Mandela effect, we all have a piece of the pie. One person might do the residue hunting, that's me. You do the spirituality and, try to get to the truth of the matter. Brian does all the videos for, like, the logos.
Right, Brian does great with that.
And everybody plays a part.
Right. I mean,
we all play a part in this big puzzle.
And it's an important part. It's a part that if we didn't have each other doing that, who else would be doing that difficult and important and monumental work? Nobody. Nobody cares. It's just like I say, if you don't get involved and help the community, and if you're not doing something for the community, okay, you don't want to talk, you don't want to be on a program, that's fine. There's other things you could do. You could share Brian McFarlane's videos. You can get involved and help find new...
But I tell you what, I am so busy with my group. I feel like I matter now. I feel like I have a purpose.
Right.
Besides the residue hunting and having the group, I feel like there's a purpose that I need to be doing all this.
And that's, all of us have that I have the same, before the Mandela effect, life was okay, but not as good as after, because nothing in life gives you purpose like when God's actually working real life miracles in your life, and you get to see that, and you realize through that you matter. That's the big part. That's the part people don't recognize right away.
Yesterday, which I didn't tell you about. I wanted to talk to you about it. So I was at a 99-cent store yesterday to buy a couple things, and when I was coming in, there was a man standing out there, an older gentleman, probably a little younger than me, and he had two young boys with him. One on one side of on him, and the other side he had another little boy, and they were probably maybe around 7 or 8 years old, maybe no older than that.
Right.
And they were standing out there begging for money. And I said, you know what? I normally would think about twice about giving money because, we have a lot of homeless problems here in Las Vegas. And I know that a lot of them use it for drugs and alcohol and different things. But these little boys looked hungry. I took $2 out of my pocket and I handed one to one little boy on the left. I said, here, put this in your pocket and get yourself something to eat. And then I took the other $1 and I handed it to the other little boy on the other side of him. And I said, please get something to eat. Do you know these little boys gave me a hug?
Oh, and that's I
got this emotion, Keith.
It's hard to maintain yourself.
It was like oh my God, it was like an emotion. Like somebody was giving me a hug, and I think I might have been hugged by God, Jesus, because I felt the spirit all around me, and I got goosebumps, and I was crying when I walked in.
That's just so touching. That's so amazing. Thank you for sharing that, Theresa.
I never felt that emotion before, but I felt this overwhelming feeling of joy and happiness that what I did was the right thing.
You did.
God wanted me to do that.
And you know why we get those feelings? Because what Gloria says is that we're part of the 144,000, the anointed. And it's hard to argue with that logic. It's really hard to argue with that logic because we're counted on to do so much. We're getting truth and, we're sharing. So when you do something pleasant for somebody, and that's what we're doing, the gift for the folks who are doing that is in the giving. And so when you help those two boys, granted, you didn't have a lot, but you gave them what you did have, and that counts so much. So the gift is in the giving for you, and that's why it felt so amazing.
And I felt good about what I did. I walked around and I said, you know what? I did the right thing. And I was given an opportunity to do something good, and I did it.
Yeah, you didn't pass it up. So many people pass up those opportunities, but you seize the moment.
And you know what? I think sometimes God tests us. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I do.
Saying we're tested.
Yeah.
That was a test.
That's right. Yep, I agree. We get these tests all the time, just like with the test that I had. Sometimes the test lasts like a month. Sometimes it lasts 3 years. Sometimes it lasts 6 months. Mine lasts a year. You can't get resentment. You can't get angry. You just move forward. Right, Theresa?
Have you heard of that?
Huh?
God doesn't give you more than what you can handle.
That's right. He never does. I have a very close friend that also says that. And to be honest, I helped this close friend get happy and to find themselves again after they lost themselves for like so many, months and years in such pain. But, God has put us in such a predicament that we can actually use this gift of, our community, the love pouring in. We can tamper and push down that hate. We don't have to actually express that. We don't have to exercise it. We can just live in a place called love, and life would be so much better. We can get so much more done that way. Because all that energy that we're wasting, Theresa, like people, you see them waste all the time, like, with resentment and hate, things that weigh on your shoulders, things that actually take effort to maintain. Like when you let all that go, oh my God. And that's the life I'm living. I'm so excited about being in it. I would love, it'd be such a huge gift to me. Like I say, the gift comes in a giving, that I can gift that to somebody. That I can give that to anybody.
Yeah, and I mean, there's, you know what, and everybody always thinks that their situation is bad, but if you look at it, there's always somebody who's worse off than you, and if you can help that person, because you never know when you're going to be in that predicament. And another thing I didn't tell you.
That's true. And I'm gonna write a little note because that's important.
I gave her $1 and she was homeless. So another day I gave somebody money. It was on Saturday. I gave this homeless lady $1.
Wow.
So I did a good deed on Saturday, and I did a good deed on Sunday.
Keep it going.
With the 2 little boys. Yeah.
That's so great.
All weekend
we all need to be doing our good deeds, just like Theresa's doing. We all need to be doing that. And, however we can.
Out there, if you guys are listening, if you're ever given a chance that you can do something, please do it. I mean, it's not going to hurt. $1 out of your pocket or 50 cents. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
I do.
People waste more money than that playing. Like
you said something that got my attention, Theresa.
Gambling away.
You said something that got my attention that's very interesting. You said, and I wrote it down, you never know who you're speaking to or who you're talking to or what they just went through. Imagine if you were having a great life and a great week, and then all of a sudden... And
I lost my job and I'm homeless.
Right. Or if you're in the Mandela effect community and you're flipping around like I was just a few hours ago when I had that breakdown. And I don't hide that stuff, not because I'm proud of it or not proud of it or ashamed of it or not ashamed. None of those things come into play. Only what matters is love and truth, being genuine. So, I wasn't going to share it. It was a very personal moment. But then I said, wait, we're in a movement to make change in this community in a positive way, to build the community stronger. Yeah. We have to be honest and show these things. That's what this show is about.
Yeah. Maybe.
And it's live right now, folks. If you're listening, we're 9:34 p.m. No. This is, look, I don't even want to, I haven't rewatched that video. I just uploaded it. So I don't even, normally I will edit and this and that, but I'm done with that video. It's uploaded and it's done because I can't go back through that again.
Which video?
I'm sorry?
Which video are you talking about?
Oh, the one I just put out right before we got started here. I decided.
I'm not aware of that one yet. I'm sorry.
Oh, well, you know what? I was on there crying, and I wasn't meant to be. I actually got on to talk about the different changes we're all experiencing, and it just.
Okay, I have to go listen to it.
Yeah, I was only on for 7 minutes because I started breaking down, and I apologized and ended the live cast.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah. No, that's how it is for us. But that's how it is for us. And, and I wasn't going to share it, but I said not sharing it would mean I'm being fake, because here I'm having a real moment. And then I took it down off of, I don't want it to be online. I shut down and I canceled it. And then I said, wait a second, I'm going to put this back up because I don't want it to be fake. It's important to not be fake. Granted, I don't want to lose my wits about me and cry all over the place, but that was a special moment. So it's out, and I'm done with it because I'm moving on.
Keith? I've had a lot of emotional moments in the Mandela effect. Oh, yeah, there's times that I was crying.
I remember. I was there for you. We got to be there for each other. Who else do we have, is what I say. If not me here doing this now, using the skills at least that I do have in order to do things professionally, bring another conversation, acknowledge other folks like Brian McFarland, in this case, his birthday today. Happy birthday, Brian McFarland. I was going to do that a little bit differently.
Actually, I'm waiting for him to call in.
Okay.
Give him 30 minutes.
Oh, yeah, that'll be great if he has an opportunity to. We'd so love that, wouldn't we?
Did you send him a link, by the way? I know
Yeah, I certainly did.
But did you send him a link?
Yep, he's got it, so he could do, if he gets off the plane or on the plane or wherever he's at, happy birthday, Brian.
He got home yet? You said give him 30 minutes.
Okay.
And that was around 6.
He's such a special dude, man. I love Brian. Everybody loves Brian. I mean, I don't know anybody that hates him. Let's put it like that.
17 minutes. He should be home in the next 10 minutes. So we can keep talking, about different things, and hopefully he'll get on with us, and we can talk to him.
Yeah.
Happy birthday and all that.
Well, he's a special dude. We're all special. We're all special. But Brian's been working hard. He gets his credit too. He's got a lot of followers, so he doesn't need any extra special attention because we're all special, aren't we? Right? Aren't we all special, really? Though. Yeah. That's right. But Brian's birthday today.
Talk about. How long? Just out of curiosity, how long have you known Brian?
The same time I've known you. So I've known you for almost 3 years. It's been about the same for him. You introduced me to Brian.
Oh, that's right.
You're the one that found me.
Different people, right?
You're the one from the community. Everybody has somebody from the community that discovered them and brought them into it, in a way. Because the community, the top of the community are the people speaking, like us. Because, without us saying, hey, let's put this community together, the community wouldn't be as big or as large, So we're trying to get more people on. It would be there no matter what. But we are all important, and we all have a story to share. And if we do it right, maybe we can even bring things up a notch, and we can find out what's next in the Mandela effect. What's next for us? For me, it's a journey. It's not a destination. It's not like, all right, how are we going to conclude the Mandela effect? It's not about concluding it. It's about transforming to something that is there waiting for us, that's given to us by God. It's not a choice by any means. It's just the right thing to do.
I have a question. Remember the interview you did with me last night?
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you a question because I know you were asking me questions.
Yeah.
When you first got the Mandela effect,
yeah.
What was the biggest shock for you? Was it seeing things change, or was it questioning your own memories? What was the biggest shock for you?
My memories, I always had I never questioned my memories, not once. I never said, oh, well, maybe I'm not thinking right. You know what I questioned? The world, man. I said, where did we go? What happened? I was so shocked. I was put into a very lonely place for months. I was in front of the computer doing research. Normally, I'm always doing that anyway. I learned German. I went to Germany with only $2 in my pocket, and I stayed there for half a year. And I learned German, so ich spreche Deutsch. You know that. But the point.
You German?
Yeah, I speak German. I speak it pretty okay. Let's put it like that. Ja, ich spreche gut Deutsch. Und jetzt, ich kann es nicht mehr.
Oh, wow. That's a hard language to know.
Yeah, it's
did
it's
you know,
pretty hard.
Speaking of German, did you know that Hitler had a Mandela effect?
Yeah, from what I understand, there's a few of them with Hitler.
Brown eyes or blue eyes? Because it's
initially, I've been studying history, not per se Hitler, but Hitler too, because he's a big part of history. World War II. I'm the big World War II buff, so I pretty much know all about it.
You know all the Mandela effects for that.
Yeah, and I'm a big World War II buff. I can actually spend starting from now into tomorrow talking intelligibly on World War II about all kinds of stories. And that's how well I know about it, yeah. And so here's the thing. Adolf Hitler had brown eyes from when I remembered studying. And at that time when I was studying it, Theresa,
yeah.
I thought that. And then all of a sudden, it changed to blue eyes.
That don't make sense.
And then I said, how did that happen? Because I always remembered brown eyes. And get this. All that time was before the Mandela effect was a public thing. So I actually seen those changes prior to understanding the Mandela effect. And then by the time it came around, I said, yep, I agree.
Years ago.
Yeah. I didn't say I didn't discover it because, I mean, the thought never came back to me. But I remember that.
Wow.
And now that it's out, I say, yep, I agree. And that's being somebody who's into it, like who studies it. You know what I mean, Theresa?
So you might have been seeing the Mandela effect before you even known about the Mandela effect.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And in my dreams, like, you know, we talk about dreams and synchronicities, all kinds of different things. And, you know, just like the way we feel earlier, sometimes we feel inspired by God. We get the inspiration running through us, the passion or whatever it is. You know, like when you live your life with love and truth, those are the feelings you get all the time. Like if you have a lot of like, you know, hate or some like resentment, or if you're suffering a lot, we all suffer, but it depends on what emotions you're actively using. Then it's a lot different the way, you know, what kinds of things you're expressing. So like for me, I say the feelings I get are very passionate with God. You know, God is love, actually. It makes sense it's passionate. God is so passionate about our happiness and our success and our everything. I think that's why he actually gives us this solemn duty, this oath. This oath we take when we become affected and we say, we see your truth. God, we see your truth. Folks, that's, I think, what's happening.
Wow.
Thank you for quizzing me for a bit there, though. It's a lot of stuff I talk about, you know.
You know what? I wonder what would have happened if I did not look at, because it all started from me seeing a post on Skechers. I wonder what would happen if I would never inquired about it. Would I have woken up, or would I just stayed asleep?
I don't think, I think God would have gotten you because he intended on getting you, and that you play an important role, and that without that Theresa Lynch playing that very important role, we'd all be in trouble.
It was all because I was on Facebook and I saw somebody posting some about Skechers, and I'm looking at the spelling and I'm like, wait a minute, that spelling's wrong. And then in my head, I didn't know what the Mandela effect was, and I said, well, let me go see what my Skechers say. And when I looked at my shoes on the shelf, because I have 2 pairs,
right,
I was in total shock. I was like totally freaking out. I was crying. I was hysterical. I mean, you would have locked me up. And I'm like, wait a minute. And I knew in my heart there was a T, because I bought these Skechers.
And that's what brought you in the community. I remember why. No, not that one.
It was an accident. It was an accident.
It was like,
it was an accident.
I know the one that took you the longest to find was the Jaws one.
Yeah. Did you want me to send you some residue on it? You can show it. Can you show things?
Yeah, I show things all day long. Sure.
Let me go ahead and send you, let me go ahead and do a search. Hold on.
All right, yeah. Whatever you send me, then I could show them. Easy.
Yeah,
easy peasy, lemon squeezy, baby.
Hold on. Sorry.
I got you ready over here, so just whatever you want to share, we can put it out there, and the folks will get it. Get it large. And while you're doing that, I'm just going to talk a little bit about Brian, because it's his birthday. So I'm not saying you're not special by saying he is. This is different. It's a special birthday. Huh?
For him.
What?
Oh, wait. Here we go.
Oh, you want me to wait?
Yeah. I'm actually going to send you the. I'm going to actually send you the residue here. Hold on.
Okay. I'm ready.
Oh, here it is. So, this guy was like, let's see, I'm gonna let you read it. Let me send you the, if I send you the link, can you go straight in there, or do you want me to send you the picture?
Just send me the picture.
All right, let me do that then. And I can explain to you about the picture. Hold on. Save phone. Okay. Wait till you see this.
Yeah, I'm excited. I want to see it. We're going to put it up. I'm actually ready for you whenever you are.
Okay. Check that out. Look.
Okay, oh, wow. Okay, I'm going to... Yeah, I see it. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and share this one right now. Hang on. I got it.
See the A?
Yup.
The story
Yup.
the story is...
All right, let me get it on for them so that they can see it. Hang on 1 second, honey.
All right. No problem.
You could talk, but just realize that they can't see it yet.
Well, I had reposted it on June 15th. It was like a repost because there was people that were just new to my group and still have a lot of new people.
Right.
And I wanted to repost this residue since this was like the hardest residue for me to find. It was a man making bricks project.
Right.
Like a project, yeah, and this is what he remembered as well.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
Okay.
And here's even another kind of residue. I'm going to send it to you.
All right.
The movie Back to the Future.
All right, let's see. Oh, you didn't send it there. Hold on, I'm still finding that item. Hang on.
Sorry. Because you're gonna flip out when you see this too. This is part of it.
Yeah, we're still on the Jaws one. You didn't even get into that yet, so hang on just 1 second because I'm gonna get that up here and then. All right, so it's up now. So I'm transfer. All right, they could see it. So here you go, folks. This is Jaws. This is one of the first ones. It took her not first, but the longest, a year long to find this residue. She feels very special about it because of how long it took. And that she wants to explain exactly what you're looking at. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, besides that residue, I don't know how much you paid attention to Back to the Future 2. Do you remember in the movie where he goes to the future?
Yes.
Marty?
I do, yeah.
Okay. Watch this. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. In the future... Get a load of this. This is really gonna blow your mind.
Right.
Watch.
And let me just tell them what they're looking at with the Jaws. You see the bite out there of the letter A on Jaws? That was actually not there, right? Because that was one of the Mandela effects. That used to be there and that now it's not. And nobody could find it. It took, like, everybody remembered it, and they were discussing it and what it might look like. I remember those discussions were going on for so long. And Theresa was looking for this that whole time. And then so eventually she found it, and, well, now it's in the community. So other folks have seen this.
And I also found more residue from Back to the Future, too. Wait till you see this Jaws logo. They remember
do you have another one you want me to put up?
Yes, wait till you see it. It's going to blow you away.
Okay, yeah. As soon as you send it, I'll have it.
I already did.
Okay, let me take a look.
And this is from Back to the Future.
Oh, wow. Okay, I see. Okay, so let's go ahead and get that up there then. So there you go.
I want to explain this one. In Back to the Future, they go to October 21st, 2015.
Right.
Now remember, he went from 1985, and he went to 2015.
Right.
So when they go in the future, now remember this movie is made in 1985, so they're trying to look ahead to 2015, which of course didn't exist yet because back then it's 1985.
Right.
Well, at that time, guess what? Steven Spielberg was part of directing with Robert Zemeckis, how do you say his last name, of Back to the Future. And he put part of his logo of Jaws in Back to the Future too. And guess what? He remembered the bites too. Because if you look at
this, really?
You get it?
Yeah.
That's true. Go. There's his bites. He remembers the bites from his original in the 70s movie, and he put it to this Back to the Future #2, and he incorporated it in this future picture logo.
Wow.
You see it?
Yeah. That's crazy. How do you find that stuff, Theresa?
I know. This. I'm going to have to repost this again.
How do you find that stuff? I definitely see. This is why we need a community, though. Because, I mean, imagine if, say, for example, I had to provide, like, I was everything the community had to rely upon, to, like any one of us were, right? To share information for the community, or to share what the community needs to thrive in order to do the work that, of course, we all know is fundamentally tied into something supernatural. It's not normal what we're seeing. So obviously, then, therefore, there's an aspect of God involved. We obviously are doing God's work here. It's so important, and that's where I'm going with that. So I really, really, really cannot stress enough that we all are so important, and I hope you realize just how important you are.
Keith?
Yeah.
That was the hardest residue for me to find. Out of all my residue hunting, I would say the Jaws logos was the hardest.
Wow, really? I know. See, she told me that already, but that's a year. That's a year looking for that one. I mean, all right, I was being attacked by evil for a year, so I get it. It takes long to get over things, to accomplish, to get beyond the other side of the wall. Whenever some people, they see a wall and that's it. They say there's 3 types of people in the world. And you might have heard this before, Theresa. I don't know. But there's the make it happen people. This is people like you and me. We're out there. We're doing our part. Then there's the watch it happen people. These are the people who are watching the make it happen people do what they do, which is great. Without them, there'd be no watch it happen people. We need those people. They're important. And then we have the sit back and wonder what happened people. And isn't that the large majority of people, really? And it's true. I was told that from the age of 18, that there's 3 types of people in the world. There's the make it happen, the watch it happen, and the sit back and wonder what happened. And virtually, I'm 40 years old as of the other day. That has remained true all throughout my life. I remember that.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, we all play an important role. And, we have to decide, just because truth is so clear on this, either you're going to be somebody who's active in helping to share truth, or you're going to be somebody who supports that so that they can get that truth out, that there's a community that cares about this stuff, right, Theresa? Or,
yes.
Or you don't do it, or you do nothing. Like the majority of the unaffected. You could be just like one of them, because they're doing nothing. Everybody's got to be involved.
But they are slowly waking up. I have to admit that. My friend slash boss, he's my friend and my boss.
Right.
I've noticed him saying a few things.
I've noticed things too. Yeah, like with my family, with friends, yeah. They're a lot more tolerable of it than they used to be. I think they see also from a passion standpoint, and partly it's like, well, doggone, if it's done so good for these people, if it's done so good for Keith, I've seen him, he went through misery and he bounced right back. How do people do that? We're setting an example for the future Mandela effectians. We're actually setting an example for them.
Yeah.
Doing hard work, staying steady at it. I'm going to pull the Jacile logo off unless you want to talk any more about it.
Question. The Mandela effect. We know it's affected pretty much the whole world. Do you think there's any part of the world where it never affected anybody?
I was wondering in languages like...
You got Paris.
Yeah, that's a good question, though. And I've heard that before, and it's equally as hard to answer each time I've heard it. Yeah. I think that there's some people.
That has no internet.
I think there's some people in some regions.
How would they be affected if they didn't have any of these things to go by?
Well, hold on. Let me back up a little bit. I think that there's differences. Let me say, when I say affected, I think there's differences. In people, it seems the effect is quite obvious, and I'll jump on board with that. But in regions, there's differences. I think there's a difference of language, a difference of things they're accustomed to, difference of culture. So I think if the Mandela effect exists in their culture and their language in their country, it's gonna have to be for them to see that, because we're not in their culture. We can't see and make relation to. Oh, look, your past is changing. But I think it is. If you ask me, is it happening all over virtually? Yes. But is the Mandela effect community happening there like it's happening here? I don't know.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was trying to tell you. My friend Cassie, she's the one that actually helped me start this group, Cassie.
Oh, okay, yeah.
She's the one who jump-started this with me.
Does Cassie ever go on, or what does she do?
I have to give her credit. She's in Australia, and she's affected.
Oh, okay. Cassie, wait a second. I'm trying to think. Do I know Cassie?
You know Cassie. Cassie P.
Oh, I know Cassie. She's great. I love Cassie.
I have to give her credit. She's the one who said, Theresa, you should start your own Facebook group.
You should, and I'm glad you listened. She's smart. She's given me some of my best.
Got me jump-started. I have to give her credit.
She's got a very good insight, you know? She's got the best insight.
If it wasn't for her, I'll tell you what, if it wasn't for Cassie, I probably wouldn't have wanted to do a group. Seriously.
Aww. You know, she's so special. I'm glad she inspired you. I hope I inspire you too. Let me ask you something. Do I help inspire you?
Yeah.
I'm glad. I'm glad.
You do.
Because that's really...
Sometimes having the Mandela effect, you just feel like giving up. And you're like, you know what, because a lot of people quit doing the Mandela effect. They just give up on it.
Right.
I think it burns people up. Like, not burns people up, but it just, like, it wears people down.
Yeah.
And I think they just don't care no more. And you know what? I have to stick through this.
You have to. We all have to. And the thing is, even when I was out of the Mandela effect, I still made a few appearances. I wasn't ever out of it, but when I was out of doing videos, I still made a few appearances on the show, right? And but now I'm back though, and I was careful to come back at a point, Theresa, when I know that I'm not just going to leave. And the first time that I had to go is because of evil. It wasn't even my fault. I went through hell. You know the story. I'm not talking about it much because I'm moving on. And that story will come out at one point.
I'm glad you got through it.
Yeah, yeah. And that story will come out at one point. And I'm excited about, just focusing on the future and doing what's right and loving God.
Positive.
And, yeah.
Positive, Keith.
Yes. That's my brand. That's who I am. People say, what is Landi Mantics and all this stuff you're doing? Landi Mantics is Keith Landi. And all of these submantic brands are my passions, my businesses, and the people I love and experience every day. And that's what I have to give to the world. And like I say all the time, the gift is in the giving. And just like you're here, Theresa, giving the gift of love, sharing it with folks, that's what I'm doing.
The Mandela effect is part of my life now. I mean,
it is.
Sure, I'm at work all day, but my other part of my life is my Mandela effect.
Right. And that's how a lot of us feel because, even a lot of us in a spiritual community that are Mandela affected know that, well, then those are miracles, right?
Life goes on.
Yeah, life goes on, but those are miracles and we have to respect those miracles and share those miracles and also be inspired by them because they can lift us up and give us so much hope because unlike who was recently saying to me about how ugly the world is. Oh, it was a video that was shared to me by a very special friend and it was talking about happiness. People see me as a happy healer in one of my groups, and this is the kind of thing that is helpful to people when you see. I've seen somebody there talking about being happy. It's really important to manage your happiness levels because otherwise you fall into depression. You're not doing your passions anymore. You fall out of the Mandela effect. You lose friends. It's important to be happy. In my case, I'm I have a lot of energy, because for one thing, I don't spend it on being hateful and stuff. All my energy goes towards passion and love. And so I have a lot more for the passion and love because I just simply brush away hate. I don't have time for it. I really, actually... If I wanted to express time for it at this point, it would be very difficult. So hate's out of my life for a long time, forevermore. And I'm proud of that. And I think that it's only a good thing for people, As soon as it's hard, though. It took a long time for me to do that. It's not like you just go, and then the hate's gone, You got to act. And I'm not saying it's like a bad thing. We all have these. We're born with it. It's part of humanity. But, if you work on it long enough, you get to a happy place where you realize, holy cow, I'm happy. I never used to feel like this. I was always feeling depression and always feeling like, when does this end? And when does life end? And it's all changed. Not those when does life end, but when does tomorrow begin? I can't wait. In fact, it sucks that I got to go sleep tonight because life is so exciting.
I feel like sometimes, Keith, the way you were just saying that, I feel like the Mandela effect is a soap opera.
I know, right?
Like, okay, what's going to happen tomorrow? Am I going to see a different effect?
I know.
What kind of crazy thing's going to happen tomorrow?
What's in store for us, right?
Yeah.
So we're doing a good thing.
Normal day.
Let's parlay. I don't know if Brian's ever going to come on at this point. Is he landing?
Well, I'm waiting. Well, when I texted him, it was 6:20. So that's about 30, 40, 50 minutes ago. go.
Yeah, your time.
I don't know if we should wait for him or just talk about him or.
Yeah, time now is 10 p.m. Huh?
Would you try calling him? See if he'll pick up.
Yeah, I can see because I got the call here. You could also add him in too. The way we're doing it on the Facebook call because I got us going through professional equipment, so it doesn't matter about Hangouts or any of that right now.
Try to call him and see if he'll pick up. He should be home by now.
Yeah, make sure he picks up on the on this one right where you are.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Let's try it again. He's a birthday boy.
Yeah.
Come on, Brian, pick up.
I mean, he's he don't have to be on for us to wish him a happy birthday though. I can't get him. He's actually not on right now. Not on this anyway.
What?
I can't get him on here. He's not on right now. I think he's busy. I think like when you put on your notice that you're busy, I think that's what's happening. So it's no big deal. Let's just wish him a happy birthday.
Yeah, give me 30 minutes.
But what?
At 6:20 he says I'm not home yet. Give me 30 minutes. But he should be home.
Yeah, but he's just getting home from a long trip. I'm sure the last thing he wants to do on his birthday right now is jump on a call that might last some time. Let's just.
He might be tired from flying too.
Yeah, that's probably what it is. Let's go ahead and give Brian
Let's just go ahead and do the happy birthday thing then.
Let's do it.
Let's go ahead.
So then,
and I also have to get ready for. And while I'm on the show, can you mention? Is it okay if you mention about we're having a show tomorrow?
Oh yeah. Okay, so go ahead. I could tell him, or you could tell him.
No, you go ahead. You go ahead.
Okay, so Theresa, as you know, Theresa Lynch, the Residue Hunters, everybody knows her as. Virtually everybody, almost everybody in the community, of course. And she goes on the Brian McFarland show every week, and she also does other shows as well. And or as often as they run their shows, she's always available because she doesn't have her own show. She's actually someone in the community who's there for other people playing her role. She made so many cool and amazing and new friends doing this. It's like really awesome. Y'all should be totally doing it too, right, Theresa? So,
yes.
Anyways, yeah. So Theresa is going to have. Tell me more. Who are you on with tomorrow, Brian?
Yeah, I'm on with Brian McFarland, and what we do is once a week now. It depends, his schedule and everything, but we normally have a show on Friday where we have people call in live.
Right.
He just gave me a flower. I think you might be coming on.
Oh, that'd be great.
Every night we discuss Mandela effects, new ones.
Okay.
We discuss recent new ones. We talk about it. If I find any residue regarding it, I'll show residue for Brian. And the show usually lasts from an hour to 2 hours. And then he'll also, while we're doing the show, we'll also have a number
for people to call in
the chat where people can call in and talk about their experiences and whatever else they want to talk about. And it's great. I enjoy doing it every week. I think he wants to call in.
Okay. Yep.
Come on, we're waiting for you, birthday boy. Come on.
If he wants to, we're here, baby. I'd love it. I would so love that.
I'm trying to get him to come in right now.
But anyways, while you're doing that, I'm just going to talk a little bit about the history of.
So you can talk about what he does on the show and how I help him. If you want to go a little more in detail.
I do.
Until he picks up.
The first time I was on Brian's show was probably about 2 years ago, and I'll never forget the hospitality that I had actually on the show. It was amazing. It was my first time actually in a public venue for the Mandela Effect community. And it was amazing because I felt like, okay, now my face was seen. I'm out there. I'm counted now for, at least the many people that were able to see that, hey, look, I'm out and I'm here. I'm in the community. If you need anything, I'm willing to help. I'm willing to be a part of that. And that was so huge that Brian gave me that, platform. It inspired me to actually, and then, I was sharing more. It inspired me to do more. And seeing you guys on the show, Theresa, actually helped inspire me also to do my own show. See, so that's really what we're doing is also inspiring people because, everybody is susceptible to like the good vibes, just like they are to the bad vibes. There's these energies, we can try to avoid them. And people know to avoid bad ones, sometimes they can't. But the good ones, we all, unless you're depleted too much on energy, you can't, take advantage of, you know, the good vibes, then that means you're probably delving into too many bad ones, which means you're going after it, right? Just like me, the good vibes. And yeah, Theresa, that's what I think people are doing. That if they have, you know, people like Brian that does his show, like me now,
I love doing the show. Hey, Keith, I love doing the shows because there's times that also him and I, you know, we will do what we call live calls. Like
I love that. Yeah.
Like one time we called a donut place that actually sold Fruit Loops on their donuts, and we actually did live calls, and it was awesome. We literally, they said we even said FRUITLO.
Oh, wow.
And the manager's like, yeah, and I repeated back to her like 4 times. It's funny.
Sometimes when I was, one of the things I did on the last show, and I'll do it on this one too at some point, but this is a very special show. It's different, Theresa. It's not meant for just me. It's meant for our community, you know, like the show is. Like, I'm not trying to just, like, you know, I want to, my gift is, what everybody's gift is. I'm experiencing this. I have so much passion. I want to share the truth as it comes to us. And I want to help because, look, I want to learn about the other experiences. Part of this is my own greedy attempt to get more knowledge because I'm very serious about understanding what's happening. Because like earlier today, when I'm bawling my eyes out trying to understand things, you know, like in relation to the people I love and the things I do, and like, it's really painful to think, oh, I just flipped now. That's why these people are like, you know, going crazy, or why this or that's happening, or whatever. And so, you know, we got to rely on each other because when we flip around, for example, in different realities, we got to say, hey, we need someone to hang on to. Like, actually, this has been therapeutic. You calling me, I spoke to Gloria. You know, it's just good to get your, you know, to get all that out, you know, to say, hey, man, I'm going through it now because, you know, something just happened. I don't know. Like, we're all experiencing those feelings. And if we don't help each other, I say it all the time. Who's going to help us, man? Who?
Well,
you know? So here's Brian. If you want to, oh, is he going to come on?
I'm waiting for him to join. Would you try calling him again?
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's not letting me, though, because last time it didn't let me. Hold on. Maybe it's that, because I'm on the phone with you. Because I'm on, with the systems here in the studio office is where we're at now. I have actually, the back room is what the studio would be. But where I am now, it's just a phone, Theresa. I don't have any ability to get him any other way.
Yeah, but there should be a way to add the call.
Yeah, to this call. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't have, like, this is not part of my systems. So, and on this call, all I'm getting is, let me see. Hold on. Let me see if I could do a search here. I'm not that familiar with doing these, honestly. And on a live show, I really don't like trying to figure things out, you know? So I'm just trying to figure out what I can do to bring him in, and I'm not really sure there's much I can do. So what I would prefer to do is if you can manage that, and I could either keep the show rolling while you're doing that and talk about Brian himself, because that's really what's important anyway.
Yeah, he's saying stuff. I'm home. Okay, come on, call in then. Call in.
She loves you so much, Brian, just as much as all of us. I think Theresa's your biggest fan, man, right after me.
He's home. I'm going to say we're waiting for you.
Tell him we just stopped talking, we're on live, and we're not going to talk anymore till he gets here. Just kidding, you don't say that.
Yeah, you're the star.
Right.
Come on, Brian, pick up. Did you send him a link?
It's not a link. I could do that if he wants to. I could go back that route. You mean back through my systems again? Get him back on Google Hangouts?
Wait. Do you have a way to text him? Can't you just text him and tell him, we're waiting for you?
I don't have... Hold on, wait a second. Let me see if I can go... I can go on Facebook, for example. I can't do anything in the call.
Do the PM thing. That's how I'm communicating with him.
Oh, on Facebook?
Yeah, the PM thing. That's why.
Yeah, I got you. All right, I'm going to do that. I could do that from right here.
Tell him we've been waiting patiently for him.
No, we've been having a great show. I've been having a wonderful time with you, Theresa.
Oh, no, we're having a blast.
Oh, yeah.
He's the birthday boy.
You know what, though, to be honest? Yeah, for him, we're just so passionate about our friends is all what you're seeing here, folks. We just love our friends. The community is very tight. There's really good folks in this community. That's why if you're not affected, maybe you ought to see if you might be, because, I mean, you'll gain a lot of extra friends, right? Look into some of the effects. See if any of them touch you.
I've made a lot of friends since I've been affected.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, how many friends do you think you gained since you became affected, Theresa?
Oh, jeez. I can't count them all.
Easy 1,000, wouldn't you say? Easy. These are all people who are willing to bat for you. And, you know, so you're not alone if you're feeling the effect.
We're all going through the same thing.
Right. And I have a lot of friends who check and see what I'm doing. They have no idea what the Mandela effect is. And they're coming in, and this is big, important, and also, especially in the beginning shows, to tell people what the Mandela effect is. In fact, I did that in quite, you know, literal terms. I explained it very well. And, you know, it's on one of the shows, or it'll be coming out. It's in my workload, whatever the case is. But I have a memory of already having had done that. So either it's already on the channel, and you have to go and look and see what we said about it, or it's going to come up real soon because we already filmed it and it's coming out because my memory is clear that we discussed it, you know? Oh, wow, I forgot I had this one lit.
But he said he's home, so...
Yeah, so we'll give him a chance because we got a few things we got to talk about anyway. And then I wanted to ask you also, you said you made a bunch of friends that you didn't have before. Like, what was life like before the Mandela effect? In comparison, your social life.
Basically, I was just, you know, my boss, who's my friend, and I literally didn't have no other friends.
Yeah, I mean, we need each other. And in the Mandela effect...
I feel like this has made me come out of my shell, because I'm mostly, I don't bother anybody, and I'm always by myself, and it pretty much brought me out of my shell.
And you know, the good thing about that, Theresa, is you never have to worry about, you know, people in the community. They're always going to love you. Even when you make mistakes, because we're family. So, you know.
Oh, God, yeah.
I think
Trust me, I know all about making mistakes.
Yeah. Well, that's why I say you got to have a kind heart. You know, you got to be genuine in your approach. You know, if you're not coming from a good place, just step back.
Opinions, too. We got to remember that.
Yeah, we have. Well, that's the thing. When I say you share love and truth, love is virtually the same. We can all do it. We know what it is. There's not 3 or 4 or 10 different versions of it. There's one. You love, and you give plenty of it. Yeah. Let that love come out in your passion and everything you do. But when it comes to...
That's another thing, Keith, in my group. When I post something, I'll ask, do you remember blah, blah, blah? Do you remember it this way or do you remember it that way? So I don't turn around and tell the person, hey,
no,
you're wrong. What I normally do is when I post something, I try to back it up with residue.
That's right.
I'll be like, okay, do you remember it this way or do you remember it that way? And sometimes I'll show it both ways. And it'll be like, it'll confuse the heck out of people in my group. They're like, well, I see it that way and I see it that way. And here's another thing that Brian and I go through a lot. We have dual memories.
Yeah, that's the other thing. You know, you might have an idea of something that you can't totally put your hands on, that you felt like you should have been able to, and it becomes arbitrary, and then it becomes non-existent, and then you might even have another variation of that where you keep it and you still have the other one too. Dual memories. See, that's what I like to explain, the fundamentals behind what the Mandela effect is.
He wants to know what the link is.
Okay, I'm sending it to him.
All right, here we go. Keith is sending you the link. Yay, I'm so excited it's coming on.
Yay! I am too.
I'm telling him I love him to give him encouragement.
Aww.
Aww. It's your party. We gotta sing to him when he gets on.
Oh yeah, we will. Trust me. I love to sing. I can't wait to get him on either. Okay, so I got it up here. It's the same link. Yeah, it's the same link we had before. I'm just going to add him to the call, though, if I just bear with me
ahead.
here. It's happening right now. Okay, there he is.
Come on, Brian.
He still goes by Wieldy Stone, right?
I don't know what that is, but that's part of his Facebook group, yeah.
Okay, so I can use that, okay. Because I just want to make sure I get him, otherwise we're going to have to get a different link or something. And then I also have the link, but I just sent him that. I could also get the link manually and then jump on Facebook and throw it to him. So this way here, he's got it doubly so.
He's getting it?
Yeah, if I'm sending it, for sure he is. I just have to look him up here.
Come on, Brian. Sorry, people. I know. I'm just real excited. This is awesome.
Oh, there is nothing to be sorry about. I'm very excited, too. I'm so excited for your excitement, for my own excitement. He's such a cool dude. All right, so I'm putting him in now.
Come on, Brian.
And he's definitely, of the three of us, he's most certainly the celebrity, if that counts for anything. And so,
yeah.
I just sent him the link. And it's on his Facebook.
He's sending you the link now.
Okay. So I hope he pops on here, because...
Come on, Brian.
All right, I just sent it to him. Let me see, make sure he got it here. Yeah, I'm pretty efficient in what I do here, so...
I said open the link. The link, not the link.
I'm going to say,
I just
it would mean a lot to us if you can come on.
There you go.
It would mean a lot to us if you can come on. And so that we can wish you a happy birthday. And then when we have him on, we'll sing.
Yep.
Because that's the way we like to be, baby. Because we got that kind of happy energy in us.
You got it? Because I said he's trying now.
I'm not trying. I did it. It's done. So if he wants to come on, he'll come on. If he doesn't, he won't. Because he's probably busy.
I think he's just trying to open up the link.
Yeah.
Come on, Brian. Come on, Brian.
But again, he's a birthday boy, so if he's busy, you know, maybe he's just trying to be nice to you.
Come on. He said okay.
Okay.
Come on, Brian.
I try to respect people, you know. I don't want to disrespect anyone, you know what I mean? I just have too much love in my heart. I don't want to do anything to upset anybody.
He should have got it, right?
Yeah, he got it. My mission in all of this is just to be pure, to be genuine. You know, we don't have a lot of people that, you know, are like filling the roles that others fill. Like each one of us, like Theresa said, has something to offer. And I feel like in my case, because for one, I'm 40 and I've always been in business and there's so many things, like I'm using all of my skills, and my skills that, by the way, the Mandela effect was so instrumental in getting me up to 100%, where I've got all my ability. And I'm talking about me personally. Like, I've had a real comeback here. I've lost 85 pounds. I am on top of life. I have a full head of hair. When I was 22, I was bald. This is what the Mandela effect gives you. So to me, this is so amazing.
It's changed you for the better.
It has. I used to have other ailments too and problems and things. And like this, they're all gone. The miracles that we're all experiencing is just uncanny in one sense, but in another sense miraculous. And it's proof of God's touch in our lives. And it's like, it seems like to me, the more you're on the right path, the more that good things happen to you, the more effort that you make. That's why it doesn't matter to me when people say things or they make fun of me. Actually, I laugh at that because it's really funny and I don't take myself too seriously. And you'll know what I mean by that because one of the future videos coming out, actually, I show it off. I want to show people just how funny it is because I laugh my ass off. And if I could show it to you, you know that it can't be hurting the person that we're talking about because it's me. And it's just so funny. So I'm going to show it. But and also I'm going to show my reaction because I was actually recording when I had seen these what most people would think were actually off-color comments, but for me, what made my day and actually brought me up at that moment. Maybe it's because I only live on love and truth, But whatever the case is, I always see the rosy side of things, and I'm very optimistic, and it's not because I'm choosing to be that way. It's actually very natural. This is the feeling that motivates my actions. God. Anyways, it's so beautiful when we have that, and that's what the Mandela effect is.
Did you try him again?
I'm looking right here at it, and I don't see him, and so I'm working right now off of the business that he's busy, and he'll come on if he has a chance.
No, he wants to join. He's just said okay.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay, yeah, I got a message from him. Yeah. He said here's what he said. He said, I'm coming. It will be a few more minutes. So great. That's so awesome. Awesome.
Yay! Thank you, Brian.
Yeah, so he said he'll be
right
here.
Now?
Yeah, we're live.
Okay. I don't see no comments.
Yeah, oh no, it's live, but you know how I do mine. I have it out live for folks who, if you want to share it live, I didn't share it anywhere. All I'm doing is we're going to put out a great live show, and then when it's done, then we'll share it. We'll worry about sharing it then. Because people know if you know.
After.
Right. Because right now.
He's coming though?
Yeah, he's coming. He said he's coming. Oh, yeah. And the thing that people just want to know is that, okay, well, if you're working on some kind of program or something, that's what you're focused on. You can't be sharing things all the time. That's what I say, right, Theresa? I can't spend all my time sharing or I can't be creating. And I'm too busy. So I share when I can. But like if my videos don't get seen a lot, I really don't care. It's more important for me to put out quality work. Because at the end of the day, later on that stuff can be shared, or when the channel gets popular, there'll be tons of back stuff that's all good quality stuff. So I'm not worried about it. It's just about putting great material and continuing to stay focused on the mission that God gave us. It's not about trying to be a celebrity or any of that or recognition or blah, blah, blah. My gift in the community is the gift is in the giving. So, and I think that's everybody, really. I'm just wording it. I'm pretty good with words. I've been in business for a long time. And I've been able to be successful by using words and language. Language is a powerful tool. So that's why we have to be so careful the way we talk to people and to express love and truth. And that's what we're about. That's what I'm about. Really, I mean, I think when all of us talk, we speak on behalf of the Mandela Effect community, don't we? To the outside. If nobody...
You know who else I wish you would kind of send a link to? Meegs.
Oh, yeah, Meegs. Yeah, she's really cool. I like Meegs. And Meegs likes me, too.
One? See if she'll come on?
Yeah, I'll send her one. I love Meegs. Why not?
Because she would love to be here for Brian as well.
Yeah, she sure would. Let me go and see if I can get a hold of Meegs.
And Tom didn't respond?
Surely he's busy. You got to remember, Tom's got his wife. He's got a lot of other stuff going on.
Yeah.
I am trying to get what's Meegs' first name, or should she just go by Meegs? Because
Meegs, Megan.
Oh wait, hold on. Is this? That's not her. Oh, maybe. No.
Yeah, Belms, BEL-M-S.
I'm trying to find.
I think Brian Stavely might have joined too.
Oh, okay, that's cool. It'd be great to have her in. I think I'm finding Meegs. Hold on, I'm trying to see if I can find her.
I think it's M-E-A-G.
No, it's M-E-E-G, or it's Megan Belmer. That's what I think it is.
Yes, sorry. And try Brian Stavely too.
All right. So she does research on the flat Earth. That's why they're so close too. Even
she does the Mandela effects that she normally does. The Mandela effects is for the Bible. That's what she does her main effects. And she finds a lot.
I know what she does. Yeah, I know she does the Mandela effect for the Bible. I love that. She does great. I've always been a friend and a fan. A friend, and if you want to call her that in that sense, a fan.
She comes on Brian's show a lot.
Yeah, I know. I've been on there with her. That was great.
Yeah, I love it when she's on. And you know what's funny? Her birthday's also in November. Like me.
Oh, like us.
And you know what? Something I wanted to talk to you about while we're waiting for Brian. I would love it if we could have some kind of conference, like what was her name? Vanessa VA did a conference months ago, and Meegs and John Q or John, whatever his name is, John, and SMQ and a few other people from our community actually attended this conference that was in Virginia. Vanessa,
right?
I believe it was right where she's from.
Oh, wow.
And they did a community conference, and a lot of people showed up, not as many as they wanted.
Right.
I would love it if we could do that again. But
how many people were there? How many people did you need to host?
I don't know. Meeks would know.
Like a online convention?
I'm not going to say 100 people, no. I don't know if there were 15 there, 20 there, 30 there. But if we would talk to Meeks, she would be able to tell us exactly how many people
I would be
there.
able to get... I would be able, with my systems, I would be able to get everybody on the one line. Boom. All together.
No, I'm talking about in person.
Oh, in person! That would be great. I would love that.
Yes. Actually meet people and see people
right.
in person.
Right. It's very important, you know.
Hi, Keith. Hi, everybody.
Hey, what's going on? We've got Brian McFarland here. Isn't that so wonderful? Aren't we so blessed today? Especially because it is Brian's birthday. Brian, I'm actually going to I got a window set for you, so I'm going to set you on here. Hang on just a moment, my brother.
Welcome, your birthday boy, you.
Yes, well done.
Whoa. Hi, and hi, Theresa.
Honor, privilege, and a pleasure.
Sorry I'm so late for you, but we had to do this.
Okay, thank you. It's nice of you to think of me.
We always think of you, my man.
I said, oh my God, we got to do something for Brian. I'm like, but he's on a plane. We can't do it yet. And then I said, Keith, we got to make this happen.
Right. Right.
I wanted to make this happen for you. I know you and I are doing a show tomorrow. And I also invited Keith.
Oh, there you
Brian.
are. Okay, I'm trying to find the right window he's on. I found him.
I had to do it for today. I know you've been busy with everything going on, whether you want to talk about it or not. I'm not going to say anything.
Speaking of making things happen, I want to make a huge announcement.
Oh, we would love to hear it, Brian.
Go ahead, Brian.
Me and Lisa are engaged now.
Really? Wow. Can I give a prayer for your happy future between you and Lisa, Brian? Right now, let's do that. I think it'd be so amazing. Man, that's awesome news, brother. That's great news, man. Happy vibes, brother. Okay, so, dear Heavenly Father, we just want to come to you right now. We've got Brian McFarland, Theresa Lynch, and myself. We're coming with a larger sense here. We want to send and descend upon the goodness of all that is great and all that is good and all that is divine, and to put it within a beautiful package, a gift, if you would, God, and to set it upon Brian and in his life and with his life with Lisa. They're engaged. They're going to get married. Wishing a happy life. Amen to that. Man, I really hope the best for you.
Brian.
Isn't that great,
and, Keith, you and I, we're going to sing, right?
We are. So,
and then we're going to let you have the floor, Brian, and you can talk about whatever you want.
Yeah. All right.
You ready to sing?
Yeah, definitely. All right. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Brian. Happy birthday to you. Yes, sir. I could have put better graphics for that, to be honest. But the truth of it is, Brian, it's just a special thing to have you, man. I mean, I've been on your show so many times. And now, like, this thing that I'm doing here is not like what you're doing. Like, it's huge what you do. So, like, we're all floored when you come around. You're like this big, huge celebrity in the Mandela effect community. So it's a real pleasure, privilege, and honor for me and my, modest, but I think good. I'm trying to do good anyway. Operation. It's, just about love, man. And you bring tons of it. So, man, thanks for coming on. I mean, you're the birthday boy, too, and you bring great news. And that's totally what this channel, too, is about. Like, all the things you bring me on the show to bring to, like, to basically my little corner in the world, the way I live, to bring that up in the show a little bit, and I appreciate that, is basically what I'm doing here full time, so, or at least the Mandela effect community full time. So, you're a great big inspiration, man. I might not be doing this if it weren't for you. you know? And that's true for a lot of people.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Keith. It's an honor.
Yeah, dude. So, let me ask you a few questions while I have you here, if you don't mind.
Sure.
How long have you, just so the people that, you like my friends and the people that are watching the show, like I just told Theresa, my show's not very popular at all right now. But here's the thing. These are going to go and get stored online. I'm going to continue doing this. And you know how you've done it. It builds up over time. And then these shows will be there in the past for people who like it and want to see what was discussed. And they'll gain momentum then. So, you know.
Meegs just called me in. Hold on. Sorry. Hello, Meegs. Hey.
Hey, Meegs.
What's up, Brian?
Hey, I hope you don't mind. You're on the air.
Yeah.
Everyone.
Hey, Meegs is another person that's just awesome in the community. Yeah.
Oh, thank.
I want to call you Ryan.
Don't you have a relative named Ryan?
No, I was named after Meg Ryan. Now that's a fun.
Oh yeah. After Meg Ryan.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I love that movie, You've Got Mail.
I know! That was actually the first CD I've ever owned, is the You've Got Mail soundtrack. It was really good. It was a really good soundtrack. How was your birthday, though?
Oh, it was great. I got to spend time with Lisa this past weekend, and
oh, cool.
I proposed to her.
Oh, man, I just can't get over that. It's so great.
Yes,
Yeah, she said yes.
Yeah! What a cool birthday present.
I know.
Best birthday present ever. Hashtag.
Oh, my God. Yay! That
And
is
you did a beautiful
cool.
prayer for him. I mean, Brian is like riding on cloud 9.
Did you come out with the other big piece of news, or is that hush-hush so far?
Which one about? Oh, about the baby?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're having a baby girl.
Yeah.
You know what, man? So many. I'll tell you what. I don't know. Maybe there is just a flip just now, because the truth is, we just did a prayer for Brian for the best and most awesome news. And now, to me, this is new. It's like one extra thing. It's a pile-on. I'm always looking for these things. I was just on earlier today bawling my eyes out. I mean, people say this is fake sometimes, and I say this is crazy. I had this experience earlier. I literally was talking normal, and then I just started losing it. And you know what? I ended up sharing it. Ultimately, I wasn't going to, but I shared it because I said it's important, because nobody shares stuff like that. And in our community, like, you know, we're often told it's fake and stuff, and you can clearly see it's not.
You talking about like the Mandela effect, or what?
Yeah, the Mandela effect. I had flips today, man. Today's been a tough day for me. I went live with Theresa. It's been very therapeutic for me, dude.
No, it's real. I mean, you can't doubt the evidence. I mean, the proof is there with the residue. I mean, Theresa finds it all the time.
I know.
I was showing him my Jaws residue, but it took me a year to find.
Yeah, I know. The Jaws one, it took a whole year to find, Brian. That is such commitment.
Yeah, that was the hardest residue, I would say, Brian, out of all the
the Jaws one. Really?
It's the Jaws one, because you asked me that one day, and it was the Jaws one. No doubt.
Yep, and then... Go ahead, Brian. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I know it's your show, Keith. When were you affected?
Oh, for me? No, Brian, this show here is a community show. I'm pretty good at, like, doing editing and making things nice. So what I want this show to be is not mine. I do Landi Mantics. This is Mandela Mantics. And Mandela Mantics is for Mandela. This is for, not for Nelson Mandela, for the Mandela community, right? The Mandela effect. So this is like, I try to have people on and say, you can take over and do your thing. In fact, if you take over the whole show, I'll just set myself in the background and put awesome graphics while you're talking. I mean, you know me, like on your show, I spend most of the time, quiet. I come up, I have my burst of energy, but my kind of energy is too much for people to take in a constant, So I like when other people come on and, and then they could also get their truth out. It's so important. Something like you offer a big opportunity for folks to get that off their mind. I mean, imagine if they couldn't talk, they'd be all pent up with all that. I mean, they don't talk about that on the show, but it's true. I know because I've experienced it, you know. When people go on your show and they come off, Brian, they feel relieved. Like, okay, I got that done, you know. Mm-hmm. And that is important to give to people. They need that. So that's what this show is about too. You know, you've got to actually give people a voice and make community, right? Our community is so important.
It is. You're right. And Theresa and I were talking about your birthday. When is your birthday? Was it the 30th or the 23rd?
No, actually, yeah, it's the 29th, Brian.
What?
About that, Keith, you and Brian.
Yeah,
it's gonna really freak you out.
It's really shocking. I was actually called by Gloria. She's the first one who brought it up, and she was like hysterical when she brought it up, right? And then after Gloria brought it up to me, I went back and started looking. I was like, oh my God, there's actually something to this, because I've been feeling myself in the past with some of these. Like today, I'll tell you what, when you're done with this, I don't want to see it again, or I just play it live. You guys can hear and see what happened. But the truth is, I don't want to re-experience it because I broke down, and I don't feel like breaking down right now. And that's what happens to me. So, you know, when we get on certain things, and especially right now with my brother is very much so on my mind right now, the one who passed away this year. And, you know, today, I feel like I actually flipped today. And so I had an emotional time earlier, and, you know, I just wouldn't want to do that. I lost my whole frame of thought anyways. What were you asking me?
I was asking you about your birthday. Was it on the 30th or the 23rd?
Oh, yeah. It's on the 29th. And
the 29th, I mean.
Yeah, it's on the 29th. I'm sorry, I lost my frame of thought because my brother, who passed away earlier in the year, was like, I just made a tribute to him yesterday, and it's been bringing up emotions. And then that extra solid of flipping, which I do all the time, and that doesn't bother me as much. But when it came together, I said, this is the same feeling people get, dude, when they lose a loved one. Like, and then I said, well, I lost a loved one. And then to put the two together, that when sometimes people flip and then the people around them are mean to them, they're no longer friends with this one or that one, or something changes. It's the same thing. It feels like that for them. And I started actually crying about that, man. But yeah, it was the 29th. And then she wished me, I went back and looked, wished me a birthday on the 23rd or some days earlier. And then I had some other friends who did the same thing. So it was really bizarre. And I just say to that,
no,
wow.
But I had residue. You got to show Brian the residue.
I don't. Oh, I guess on the Google Hangouts
yes,
I could.
You do. I sent it to you, and it actually said "Happy belated birthday." And if you look, you see the time it was posted.
Can you shoot that? Send that over to me because I don't have it readily available for graphics.
Hey, Keith.
Yes, sir.
Meegs was on the line. I had the volume down just a bit because there was some background noise, but she wanted to tell you something.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Keith!
Oh, thank you so much, Meegs. You get me. You get me, honey. You get me.
I'm so sorry to hear about your brother too, man.
Oh, I appreciate that. You know, he's been passed away for a while. Yeah.
Three years ago too, and it was like a freak accident too. So I know how hard that can be.
Yeah, and you know, when you lose a mom or a dad, or a brother or a sister, it's a very defining time in your moment of life, because it's like that's your first family, you know, or like it's always your family, but like, you know, who you're living with at that time would be the one you grew up with, and it's so sad, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for sure. It's so unexpected.
Yeah. Well, I'm so glad I have you guys though. Like, I mean, earlier. You guys, yeah, go check it out, because earlier, like, I was really, really, really brought to some, like, places. I mean, I actually ended the live. I was just doing a live thing. I ended it because I couldn't keep it together, and that's not often for me. I'm usually in command, man.
Keith, can I present my screen just for a second?
Absolutely, Brian. Absolutely.
All right, so I don't know if you can see it. Can you see it?
Yeah, yeah. When you turned it on for a moment there, I just seen it.
Theresa, can you read it? Because I can't read that. You mind?
Yes, I can read it. You ready?
Yeah, can you read it?
Yes, I'll read it right now. It says, And then it said, and Keith answered on the 23rd at 4:10 p.m. It's my birthday, and I know what I want. Happy Healer Group, the land of our union.
That right there tells you so much.
Yeah.
Now, Keith, do you remember that?
I remember sending out posts around that time, but I like to say I remember writing all that post, but the part where it says, "Oh yeah, it's my birthday today." No, my birthday's on the 29th, Brandon.
So who wrote that if it wasn't you?
I mean, I wrote that, but I didn't actually say that, you know, like, that's weird, dude. I guess there's multiple versions of all of us running around. I mean, it's a reality that we actually know is true already.
4:10 p.m. 4:10 in the afternoon. That's
it's nuts.
You answered, and I said, happy birthday.
I mean, all I'll say about it is things like this don't scare me too much. They just get me motivated and inspired because I already thought it was happening already. And it means we've got power. Our spirits are strong. Meegs brought me to so much like knowledge as well as you have, Brian. I'm so honored and privileged to have two of the biggest Mandela effect community people in my world, the ones that matter, here tonight sharing this love and truth. Because, I mean, like Meegs, for example, we talked so many good things about Brian. Meegs, for example, has been so instrumental in bringing out all of the Bible verses. And for me, it was the one, you know, Meegs, that one that got me was the Lion and the Lamb. That is the biggest effect for me to this day. Because I remember that. I studied for years on the Lion and the Lamb, Brian. Did I ever tell you that?
No, I don't remember you saying that.
Because here's the reason why.
Cool.
Because in the Jehovah's Witness, like if you're in a Kingdom Hall and you're part of the witnesses and you're a brother or a sister, like I studied all of it. Part of their mantra, oh, you're right on there. Awesome, dude. Part of their mantra is actually you have to live like your brothers and sisters, that you love each other. They're like the lion and the lamb. And they'd always bring up in the past in the Bible where it talks about the lion and the lamb. And when they would mention it, they'd always say to us kids, because we grew up with this stuff. That's why it was so crazy. They would tell us, look in your Bibles, open it up, see where it says, in the lion and the lamb. And then they would say to us, now that's what the new, when the 1,000-year reign comes of God's 1,000-year reign, I'm sure you guys are all aware, that it would be like the lion and the lamb. You could actually have a happy existence. The lion wouldn't eat the lamb, in other words. And now it's wolf.
Wow.
It's wolf.
Have you made a video about that? Just that part of your experience?
No, actually, I haven't, because I've been tackling the spiritual aspect of things more, but that's so important. You know what? That's my personal experiences are just as important as anybody else's, and I need to get more of them out. You know, it's so real for me. I'm just trying to get more real experiences from other people. And once I said on my show, it's a very, this is not for anything but getting more information sometimes for all of us. Like even for me, because if I'm successful in getting more information, then I have more to go by in order to plan my happy existence. And that's what I hope I can do on this show. Like even you, Meegs, to come on, and other people who are, committed to the cause, and Mandela Effect community, the Mandela Effectians, to show and tell.
For sure.
Yeah. And
I didn't know you grew up in the Jehovah's Witness cult, basically.
I know. I know it's weird, right? But I was never a witness myself. We're very close. Sam Rice and Brenda Rice, and then my brother who recently passed, his name is Buddy, God bless him. She and he, meaning Sam and Brenda, always taught us little ones growing up for years. We lived next to them, about the Bible verse, the lion and the lamb, and then what we can look forward to after Armageddon and the 1,000-year reign of Christ, at which Jesus would then come and judge those again, and those that were successful would stay forever happy life on earth. That's what the witnesses believe. And if you're part of the anointed, as Gloria says, then we are the 144,000. But actually, in the witnesses, it's their elders and Kingdom Hall people in New York. But I digress.
Wow, that is huge. And so you never heard of the wolf being in that verse. Is that foreign to you completely?
That got me. That brought me to places I've never been before. And it was all in the year of 2016. And not just that brought me to places I'd never been before. But before I actually had that experience, I experienced the Mandela effect. You know, I told you, Brian. And what happened is I forgot it. You know, like people fall out of the Mandela effect. Do you see how they do that? And I don't know if it was something like that or I flipped. But let's put it like this. When I discovered it again, it was like I remembered what happened the first time. That was weird.
Wow.
It's about dual memories. Perhaps perhaps it's something with that.
That is huge. I mean, that's a huge testimony for the Mandela effect. You know, like that's an anchor memory for you that it was always light in the lamb.
Maybe that's why my zeal is so strong. Like I'm just like,
right.
There is no question in my mind, honey. We are going through it. Now, if you really want to understand the truth of that, my goodness, be a day in my shoes, be a day in your shoes, the people experiencing this. And, you know, I know there's new people that all the time see our shows, right? All of us. And it just makes me wonder, like, I remember when I was the person on the other end sitting, watching and getting this information, and it wasn't nearly like what we have now. You were so alone back then. Now there's this big community, you know?
Right. Yeah, there wasn't really a community before, but
it was just a lone
everybody
warriors.
has their sort of anchor effect that just, you know, puts them over the edge. Like, this is really happening, you know?
Yeah.
But that's a pretty huge one. You know, that's quite a testimony.
Yeah.
That.
I know we all have them. Can you imagine how many testimonies there are, Meegs, of people out there that have so many awesome stories to share that are genuine, that who knows what emotions they would show, that when they're talking about it, that testimony would serve the community well?
Right.
You know, I agree with you.
Have you heard of people talking about seeing the changes right before their eyes? Like Theresa and Guy Fauqes.
I know, I know. I actually had that happen last year too. And man, this is so nuts. I think the more you get into it, the more you see. It's like God's rewarding your hard work with more truth. You know, it feels like that.
Yeah. Wow. So what did you see change?
For me, it was and I have it on tape. I made a big tape about it. I did it back when I was not even sharing anything. So it's not like I would have to go back years ago to get it. I just did it for my own record. I did a lot of things just for my own record. Never shared anything. So I got tons of things in the past that I still have to share. I don't know how I'll do it. That's not really the priority. The priority is getting more new information. But that stuff serves a purpose too. So yeah, I mean, and here's what happened. I was actually discovering things, and as I was going, I was looking at the JFK car, and it was coming around, and I always remembered the scene very well, and as it was coming around, normally it would have some distance, and then the car actually ended up right in the scene where it didn't belong, and as soon as it ended up there, then every other time I watched the video, it was there. It was never back where it just was a moment ago. At first, I thought it was some kind of a video problem. Yeah. I'll never forget that. And, I wasn't paying attention to the seats. It was it was like the car behind it wasn't ever that close to it. I watched it a million times. This is maybe a new effect. Brian, you want to put this on your show? You do the new effects? Maybe it's an effect that's new to the community, but not a new effect because I remembered it years ago. I just never really
what is it? What is it?
The car with the JFK. Well, there's two of them I have to say about JFK. The car with the JFK, when it's coming around the bend, when it's making that turn, that car didn't have all those cars, the motorcycles, excuse me, right up its butt. The motorcycles, that's right up its butt. It was never like that before. It was never like that. Those motorcycles were back more. And now those motorcycles are right up on it. And I remember that from a couple years ago. I said, that's a Mandela effect. And I got crazy about it. I made a video, but then it was just for me. Now we can share it. I still have that video.
You have the video?
Yeah. I look different and everything. I can't even pretend. I lost 85 pounds in 4.5 months.
How much?
85 pounds.
In how many months?
In 4.5 months. Yeah. 85 pounds.
I think the Mandela thing like freaked out.
Huh? No, not like freaked out. If I would put it more that like we're anointed, like God is working in our lives, like he's lifting our spirits, he's making us strong. We can accomplish things that not even other people can because of the strength that we derive from each other in a community, and because God gives us strength, and that strength that we use to better ourselves. Definitely, being a Mandela effect is a proprietary thing that I hold in high regard.
Right on.
Amen, Keith.
Hell yeah.
I wanted to share something with you. This is a residue flip, and it was actually Rena who caught this. You know Rena in our community?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Rena's
so
awesome.
okay, and you know what's funny? I just got a Grammarly pop up. You know Grammarly that edits your text to make sure you get the spelling correct.
Oh, yeah.
But the thing is, I'm not even looking for that. I was looking for Kelsey Grammer, but somehow that popped up. I'm not sure how it happened. It was so weird just then.
You know, that's God. All those little things, don't say, oh, it's just a mistake, or that's God.
Can you present my screen?
You're on, baby. You're always on, Brian.
Oh.
It doesn't switch around. I have us all. I have me on one block, you on another block.
Today. You won't tell me, Brian. 38?
Okay.
Yeah.
Hazel Fiver did a video, and Theresa was the one that pointed out that Hazel Fiver has a channel right now, and if you go 33 seconds in, it's funny, it happens right at 33 seconds. You see Kelsey Grammer's name, and everything that's original that he saw had Grammar. As you know, Kelsey Grammer's name is not spelled like that. It's spelled Grammer now.
Oh, I know.
But if you watch the video at 33 seconds in, it changes to his own residue changes. That's what I'm trying to point out here.
All right, then you're going to play that. I'm going to enlarge your window, Brian, so people can see it better.
Can you guys see that?
And I'm flipping
Let
to it.
me back it up. Let me back it up at 26 seconds here. Now watch it 33.
All right, go ahead. You're in charge.
This is so weird. Okay, look. You see it?
Yep.
It changed to Grammer. His own residue change.
Wow. See, this is the kind of proof.
Here at the bottom, it still says Grammar, Grammar.
Oh, wow. See, this is great stuff. Who found this?
Rena pointed that out. If you go in the chat here and you look at some of the posts, Rena pointed out 33 seconds your video changed. Doesn't surprise me. It loves that wretched number.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Grammar, yeah, right.
Oh, I want to ask everyone a question, though, really. My three numbers, I know what they are. Maybe I could even write them down. Everybody has their three numbers that always shows up. Every time you look at a clock, it's always showing up, or somewhere else, mostly a clock. Those three numbers. Now, would you guys like to share yours? I'm going to share mine. I think it's so amazing. These numbers keep popping up.
What's yours?
Yeah, let's write them down. Write down your numbers. What are your three numbers so we're not feeding off each other?
I know my heart.
Okay, that's fine. I'm saying write it down so we could show in case we're getting the same numbers. You know? All right, so I got mine written down, Brian.
Okay, me too.
Yeah, no, wait, don't say yours yet. Me and Brian have a visual, so we'll do ours first. Brian, you can go ahead and go first.
Okay, I've already got mine. Mine are 11 and 22.
Oh, wow. Okay. Mine always comes up, and I don't know if that means anything to you guys, if I can get it on there, but it's 444. It's
wow, 444.
Yes. I don't know. What is that? Is that bad? I hope it's not bad.
Teresa, what was it?
Teresa, what was your numbers?
333.
Oh, hers is 333.
Wow.
Whoa.
Wow.
Meegs, what's yours?
I do not have those crazy numbers. I don't.
Start paying attention. You're probably so busy.
Crazy number.
I've just never experienced that myself.
No, that's good though. You know, whenever someone asks me a question, I'm just like that. Like I won't. If people in my life, like I know a lot of people. If I say, okay, this is a guy you can trust, bam, you just got like a lot of people that know now you're someone that's trustworthy. And so, you know, I think it means a lot that we're all that way, you know, because can you imagine? There's some people that are disingenuous that come in a community and cause problems and get out again.
Oh, totally.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, I know a lot of targeted individuals see those numbers a lot. Like, almost, like, they'll see that so intensely that it drives them crazy. So I know that happens to targeted individuals a lot. But
right. I've often wondered about the targeted individuals thing because, you know, I've had some friends close to me tell me that that's happening to them, and, you know, I really can't relate totally, but I felt like I've been chased before, or what I've had a lot of before is like every day getting phone calls from different numbers, but not getting anybody on the other line. Hello, you know?
I get those all the time.
What is that?
Weird.
Do you ever get those, Meegs?
I do sometimes, but then again, I owe a lot of money.
Oh, yeah. That'll cause it too. But that's okay. I had fun with those.
I have a lot in student loans that I'm kind of deferring a lot.
Yeah. Well,
maybe we can help. Maybe we can help Meegs out. You know, let's set up a GoFundMe for real.
Yeah, for real. We should do that.
No.
Oh, come on.
No way, dude. No way. If anybody's gonna do a GoFundMe, it would be for cool Mandela projects or help targeted.
No, there's nothing wrong with being in a situation.
No, nothing wrong with it, Meegs.
Yeah, especially if you have your creator friends telling you they're willing to promote that on their channels.
You know what? You're sweet, guys. You know what? I just heard though. I think if you defer, eventually in like 20 years, your loans will be forgiven. So I'm just thinking on that. I don't know where I heard that from, but I'll look more into that. I hope that's true.
I've got student loans myself. I know how it is.
I got them too. We're all there, I guess. Yeah.
Mine aren't that bad yet, anyway.
That's good.
Yeah.
Anyway, we need. You know what we do need to set up a fund for is Brian's new baby. Have you thought about any names? Any girl names?
Yeah, actually, Eva Marie.
Oh, that's so cute.
Yeah.
Did your daughter help you decide? You only have one daughter, right?
Yeah, I have one daughter and one son.
Okay. Did they help you decide?
No, my daughter wanted to name her Lily.
Lily?
And my son, he was speechless. He didn't know what to say.
Oh my gosh. I bet they're just so excited.
Yeah, they are.
I love watching your pictures, Brian, that you share.
Oh, thank you.
They're so wonderful, man. I love family so much. In fact, you know me, I'm an open book. Being gay is like the hardest thing for me, is like the family aspect of things. I'm big on family.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Makes it
tough. Yeah.
Makes it tough.
Well, you can definitely adopt, you know?
Yeah.
Option.
It's not easy though. You know, it's really not actually. If you're a single male, they don't like that. I don't know why. They don't really they're not easy with it. Let's just put it like that. You know, so I don't know. I often thought about just getting a wife. I mean, not being dishonest, but I didn't find a girl. You know, I just don't know.
Right.
I just want the family life. It's so important. I love that. And I think you guys, I think it's amazing, Brian, what you're doing. You're finding so much happiness in it. Don't get me wrong. I'm not by no means saying anything against all the guys and being gay and all that. I love being gay. I love it. There's amazing things about it, but I love family, and there's a real setback there if you're gay. Like I'm alone. I'm 40 years old. There's likely I would not be alone if I were straight. Like I'd probably have a family. Like all my other siblings do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey guys, challenges. The lion shall lie down with the lamb.
You what?
Phone cake for sale.
What do you guys think that means? The wolf laying down with the lamb. What does that mean? I still can't can't get that.
It's Satan coming in to the Bible. The lamb represents Jesus, and the wolf represents the great deceiver. That's my take on it.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I mean,
it's kind of like Satan is directly confronting Jesus in there now. It's almost weird. It's almost like the battle's on, you know.
Here, Theresa was trying to add to that. Hang on. Go ahead, Theresa. You're on.
I was just saying, I was looking through the Lion and the Lamb residue right now, and I just found a phone case that actually says it.
Oh, wow. Why don't you share that to Brian and put it up for us?
Okay.
That's my biggest one.
I'm going to send it to you right now. It's a phone case. It actually says it.
What is it like? It manufactured onto the case?
Yeah, let me send it to Brian. It's an iPhone case.
Yeah, I'm in some ways, like sometimes I'm scared to ask the preacher, unless it's like in private, you know, about the lion and the lamb.
I know, right? You seen what happened when I had done that. Wow, Brian. Tell me more.
But what they tried to tell me was there's so many different translations, you know, that's like...
Yeah, that's the go-to response, isn't it?
It is.
I just had people run on me because I'm not going to take that. I know for a fact. I know I've been there studying.
It sounds so wrong, you know, and the wolf shall also dwell with the lamb.
Right. It's almost like they get it right away, or they don't.
Here, I'll just present my screen real fast on this one.
I'm going to enlarge it because I want this stuff to.
That's Teresa's residue. Wow, it's an iPhone case that says it.
Yeah.
What does it say?
Oh wow! Yeah.
And the lion shall lie. It says shall lie with the lamb.
That's right.
Wow.
Oh my God! And
that is so cool.
Where can I buy that?
That's right. I buy it too. I mean, seriously, this is so true. Like, amazing. Yeah, that's good stuff. I love it. I mean, you guys are great. Having this group on, you're going to get the best, most up-to-date, newest things. I mean, gosh, it's great stuff. I love it.
I love finding residue.
You're the best.
She's the best, and I owe her a T-shirt. I do. I have to special order it.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna get her a T-shirt.
Brian, what did you do for your birthday?
I wear mine all the time. It's so cool.
I know you were just on a plane recently too. So, you want to tell us about your time? Like what you did?
Oh, do you mean
Oh, you mean?
I was talking to Brian. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, I flew from North Carolina to Alabama, and I spent the weekend with Lisa, and then came back.
That's awesome, man. So you were there for the whole weekend, huh?
Yeah.
Did you guys spend
and yesterday was my daughter's birthday.
Oh man, what a blessing! That's great.
And
happy birthday to your daughter.
Yeah,
oh, thank you. And yesterday was also the day I proposed.
I know, that's just so amazing.
And that was our 9 months together. We've been together for 9 months.
Yeah. Brian, what do you think brought her into your life, man? Talk to us for real, brother.
Actually, she met me on my show.
See how your show brought you a wonderful gift? Don't you think that's a gift from God?
Yeah.
It is. And I prayed for her.
You know what, dude? I remember when you were going through some deeper, things weren't as happy for you. I remember, and we'll just say things weren't
it was a struggle.
Happy. You are dynamite right now, man. You look amazing.
Thank you, brother.
Because I see right into your whole being, brother. You look like you're shining, man. And that's so great that you're happy in life. You're getting happiness in ways now that you didn't get when you were younger, right?
Right.
Isn't that great that God delivers on that promise, man?
There's like this new, it's a new kind of understanding, when you join God's kingdom.
Right.
And then you feel right at home, and you feel mature. You don't have to be better than anyone else. You're
yes.
You know what I mean? And
you don't have to compete anymore.
No.
Right.
We're working together.
That's
now.
what love is. Like
It's weird. It's almost like you feel a part of something big now.
Yes. And we all matter.
You have, with great power, of course, the famous Spider-Man quote, comes great responsibility, and you have a responsibility to lead other people,
That's right.
To not only follow, but be a good leader as well. And I've learned that as being a dad, or for being a dad, to take time out and just be a dad.
You're a great role model, man.
Right on.
Great role model. And you give
right.
we give back in all kinds of ways. We give back just like the way you were just saying, Brian, like in our in the example that we set forth.
Mm-hmm.
It's so amazing.
It is. It's amazing grace. That's what it is.
Being close to God.
God gives us amazing grace.
And Brian, what I talk about on this show, and I get quite intense about, is that people live in a state of unhappiness because they're so insistent upon holding on to that hate, all those things that are darker, right? God is love and truth. Everything else is dark. Hanging on to the hate, the resentment that you get when people do you wrong, right? And then the hate that you want to present because of your anger, you feel an injustice has been done. You want justice to be served, and the only justice that'll ever get served is through your anger. It's hard to let that anger then therefore go. But if we allow the anger to go and we just get rid of that anger, we have room left then in our heart for more love. And then that's what's happening in your life. I could easily tell that, and all of us have it, it's in humanity. So the more we get rid of all the resentments and the problems and the anxiety and the depression, happiness can seep in our heart and then change it around, and that's what people have a hard time understanding.
It's almost like it comes around full circle,
Very much so. Have you experienced anything like that, Meegs? Because this is a message I think is paramount to at least what I'm doing, and I think even larger, because so many people, even Robin Williams, for example, amazing comedic talent, had so much money. What did he find was his best choice at his darkest hour? Death by suicide. Like, really? A normal person wouldn't understand that. The truth is, money doesn't make you happy. What makes you happy is being close to God. And getting...
right.
Yeah.
Amen.
And getting away from all, like Brian said, we're not looking for celebrity. We're not looking for special status. We're trying to serve a purpose. And the greatest gift for us is in the giving in that way.
Yes. Absolutely.
In the beginning, we take a lot. We're takers.
Right.
Then we reach a point where we decide we're overflowing with God's love, and we decide to give it back to the world.
Yeah, amen. That is spot on.
That's it, man. I love it. Feel you're in whatever. Here's the thing, man. The filter between your heart and your mouth should be, as long as your heart's filled with love, should be very thin. Yeah. Very thin. So honesty
it becomes thinner when you become a Christian.
Yeah.
And you're filled with the Holy Spirit.
Yeah. And I just love the idea that people are all around you. See them in the Mandela Effect community, and we're serving that community first. Those are our family. And everybody, but let's...
It really feels like an awesome family. It feels like a gift.
Yeah, like it's
when you're really
struggling,
when your own family doesn't see eye to eye with you about certain things. But, it's just like, wow.
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right, Meegs.
I agree 110%. And can you imagine how many hopeless people, like, I remember when I was in that dark place, nobody lifting me up. I had to lift myself up. Thankfully, I'm equipped with the, what I need to do that. My mom gave that to me. God gave that to me. My, family experiences, myself. But we need each other. When I came into the community, like I'll tell you what, really, seriously, when we get off the call, then you go watch the video from earlier because it was so genuine, and it wasn't even, at that point, by the time I sent it out, it was nothing that was planned at that point because it was completely, I just left the part that was emotional and I sent it out because I really think it's going to help the community. Otherwise, I have absolutely nothing but embarrassment to gain from doing that. And, you know, it's just too great of a thing, too important, too large to share real experiences. You know, these are real experiences we're having. And we're trying to get that through. And we're trying to do it. Brian, you're so kind on your show. And, like, Meegs is so kind. Like, you are so generous in the way you speak to people. You step back. You're quiet. You're patient with people, you know.
Meegs was one of the first channels I actually watched, you know. Like,
really?
Like, related to the Mandela. I mean.
Oh, that's cool.
Meegs.
Yeah, Meegs. And I remember I saw yours.
So long.
I know it's been what, 2 years?
I know.
Since it's been a little bit more than 2 years for me. August was my 2-year mark for being affected.
Wow. Isn't that great? We're all counting too.
Some of the sweetest people I could ever imagine meeting.
Oh, thanks, Meegs. You too. You are too.
Meegs, but you're amazing. Like you make my heart butter. You know, like my heart just becomes butter when I watch you, because how can you pour love to a screen? You can't. But you're getting so much love back out. You know, that's when you listen to Meegs talk. She's got a personality. Her giggle makes me, like, want to propose to her. I mean, you're amazing, Meegs, and we all love you.
Oh.
Go on, please.
Right? But we all get these feelings. It's just amazing. Yeah, right? Go on. And more of the good. Enough with the bad. What's next in the Mandela Effect community? Where are we headed? What is the next thing? We need to stop people from, you know.
I don't know, but there's so many new people that are affected that they don't even know where to begin. There's so much. There's like an overwhelming. Yeah. But let me say something here. Because now, my fiance, Lisa, she's been affected since 2008. There are some effects that I'm pointing out to her, and she's like, I've already seen that, like, some years ago. I'm like, what? Wow. That's new.
Wow.
And she's like,
I did not know that about Lisa.
Yeah, she's been affected since 2008.
Man, that's amazing.
So, hard. You know, and I have to remind her that, you know, I've only been affected for 2 years, you know.
Right.
And but yeah, it's really wonderful to know that, you know, there's other people out there that see the same thing you do.
Yeah. And
actually, there's a French term I learned about. I can pull up Wikipedia, and I know this is not a delusion, but I saw it on. There's a term in the French. There's a French term for two people that are having the same delusion.
Right.
Yeah. Really? Did you know that?
No. I'd like to hear what it is. You got it for us? Did you say you had something that was like on there, like to share?
I have an explanation, quote unquote, for everything.
Yes, I'm trying to find it.
Okay, cool.
Did I send that to Theresa? Theresa, you there?
Theresa, you got it?
Theresa.
Theresa, yeah, she's here.
It's called a folie à deux.
Oh, yeah.
FOLIE space A.
Folie à deux means.
Folie à deux. You want to pull it up so you can see it?
Yeah, go ahead.
You never heard of it? I've never heard of it either.
No, it's a new term for me, for sure. And that's a double existence of a double memory brain?
Well, two people suffering from the same delusion.
Oh, wow. Okay. Cool. You know, I love tidbits of information like that. You know how I'm structuring my channel? Or at least here on Facebook, and I'm eventually going to get to YouTube, but I'm rolling oh, wow, there it is. How do you say it? I can speak German, but this one is hard for me.
Folie à deux. Wait, let's hear it.
Folie à deux. Folie à deux.
Oh, folie à deux. Now I could say it.
The delusion shared by two people in close association.
Wow. I think a lot of that.
Oh, apparently the French have been experiencing the Mandela effect early 20th century.
Wow. Isn't that something? You've been saying that, huh? It's crazy. Truth is just coming to us all the time. And are you thinking that when you say that, Brian, that you and your fiance actually share that?
Well, yeah, we share a lot of the same, Mandela effects. There's some that I'm experiencing that she doesn't experience, and there's some she does that I don't. It's weird. I know. I can never understand it.
That's really cool, dude. I love that. It's like a love story with this side mix. I mean, it's almost the subject of a great Landi Mantics production.
Well, Keith, you're doing a project, right? You want us to send like clips of like us acting out lines that have changed?
Yeah, I would love that so much. Yes, I would add it. I'm very good at adding that stuff in and making it look great. You know, like something you.
Corey should totally do the Luke, I'm your father, because he's good at impressions.
Yeah, that would be so cool. Like, I mean, we're a community to share these experiences. Right. Yeah. And then we'll have like a reel that'll be like 5 minutes, Brian, and I could send that 5-minute reel to you. You can plug it in. We can all have it and share it. I can have it. You know, it'd be like something that's universal, that it's not dedicated to any particular kind of show. It's rather just generic but nice. It can go on anywhere, and it's got you on it, me on it. Meegs can also do it. You could be on your show, Meegs. See, I don't see you on the screen. I just see Brian, so I'm always seeing him. So I'm not counting you out. You're equally important. We're all important.
And I would love to help any way I can.
Yeah, I know you are. We're all there. That's the beauty in it, right? So make those videos of whatever you want, Brian. And any way I can help your show, Brian, if you're trying to do anything or whatever, let me know how I can help, man.
Yeah, that'd be cool. If you know of any effect we could try for, I know Gloria's good at doing skits. Like,
I'm pretty good too. Like,
she helps with promos and stuff.
Yeah, like I'm pretty good too. Like, as far as like on my shows, if you ever watch them, I'll do one right here. I'm not shy at all. All right, have you ever seen the movie? For example, have you ever seen the movie? Well, no, you guess what movie it came from, because I'm going to do it good enough that if you knew the movie, then you'll know where it came from. Okay. So here goes. You got to guess where this scene, what movie this came off of, all right? Here it goes. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you win elections. You gather a group with individuals who remember with longing easier times, and you tell them about American values and character. And then you wave an old photo of the president's girlfriend, and you scream about patriotism, and you tell them that she is to blame for their lot in life. Sydney Allen Wade has done nothing to you, Bob. She has done nothing but put herself through school, represent the interests of public school teachers, and lobby for the safety of our natural resources. If you want a character debate, Bob, you better stick with me, because Sydney Allen Wade is way out of your league. I've loved 2 women in my life.
Oh, I know that movie.
I lost one to cancer. And I lost the other because I was so busy keeping my job that I forgot to do my job. Well, that ends right now. We've got serious issues, and we need serious people. And if you want to come at me with a burning flag and a membership card, fine. You tell me where and when, and I'll show up. But this is a time for serious people, Bob. And your 15 minutes are up. Okay, that's it. That's the line.
That's not bad.
What the
really?
That's not bad, Keith.
I'm also an actor too, a little bit. You are ambitious. You know, I've been in a movie with John Travolta. That's on my credit. So, but yeah, that's pretty cool. What movie do you guys think?
It was awesome. What?
Oh,
you never told me that.
That's cool.
You never told me that.
That's really. I do have a ton of these in my head, just right here. I spent the last 10 years doing nothing but studying, and then the Mandela. It was supposed to be 8 years.
You have the ability to direct or produce, I guess.
Yeah.
Because usually you have an executive producer with a movie.
Yeah.
You have several producers, and then you have the director.
Right.
You know. So why can't we put something together? I know this movie, I guess, took a kerplunk because
it never happened.
What happened? We were supposed to get a Mandela Effect movie.
Right.
It never came out.
This is the project, Brian, that if we really want to do something, I'm here and part of it. Like I've already started putting something together about a woman who had woke up in her bed one day with a child and a husband that she previously did not have, and I'd already casted it and everything, that she would, you know, be wondering what's going on in her life. Where did these people come from? And, you know, it'd be like a 10-minute kind of thing. We could do whatever. We've got all the abilities on this end. At least I can help. Whatever you need, I can make things happen. I'm actually very skilled.
We can make it like an indie film. It doesn't even have to hit the theaters. It could just be indie style.
Us. Yeah, for us.
And you know, once you finish it, you could submit it to Sundance Films or whatever, and they can make a movie out of it.
Yeah, let them do that. We're serving us, right? But Brian, that was an idea that I had in the works. The person who I casted for this gave me a commitment on it. She's a friend. She hasn't been able to make time for it right now because she's been busy and she lives in another city. So the truth of it is, it's not something that's like done already, or even something that I'm super. I'm fired up. I'm ready to work on whatever right now, whenever. You know, not everybody's like that, and so it hasn't moved anywhere yet. But not due to my own reason. It's just that I can't be everything. You know what I mean? So yeah, let's do it, Brian. And I think there'd be no greater presence than someone like Meegs and you and Theresa, people who know the Mandela effect and have a large following and have a command that you're a leader in the community, that, you know, that could actually make something like this successful. So, you know, a project like this, I think, needs somebody of a caliber.
It's going to take a little bit. Somebody's going to have to do some ground research, but we have to come up with a thesis of what it's going to be about.
Right.
And go from there.
That's right, because it could be anything. We got it. It's our project, yeah.
But I can pass along some ideas that I've had to you and see if you like them, and you send me yours, and we'll.
Okay, sounds great.
That would be good.
Yeah, I love it, dude. I'm about it, man. I'm all
and
about
it. People can submit their videos. I'm thinking we can have a few main characters and some side characters. You know, nothing wrong with that.
Not at all. Not at all. If it's successful, Brian, it could be something we do even more semi-regular, once a month, once every year. Who knows? Things like that are so fun, and it builds community.
Meegs, are you down for something like that?
I'm so down. That sounds like a fun project.
All right, that's 3 of us. Theresa?
I love acting.
We know she's down. There's a lot of roles to play, right, Brian? Brian, I think, is said it the way it needs to be. So.
I told you that I was on a show too.
Oh, were you?
Television stars, a reality TV star.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
A show in 2008 called Tequila and Cowie.
Oh, wow.
Some MTV. Yeah, I was on the second show. I was a quirky neighbor. If you look it up, you'll see me.
Oh, that's so awesome. Hey, Brian, on this project, I would appreciate if you took just a little bit more lead than I did, because I'm so incredibly good with this stuff behind the scenes, and I think you're much better with being able to make things happen.
That would be good. I mean, it'd be fine with me.
All right.
You know.
Don't question my commitment. It's just that I would love for you to be in it like that, at that level. That would be awesome.
Who do you want? Do you want there to be one main character, or do you want a couple of main characters?
Now it's up to you, brother. I'm down with whatever. What I want is good direction and then help when needed. That's what I want.
This is good. I'm sure some special effects, right?
Yeah, but like, here's the thing. Like, you could think creatively, and I'm sure I can make it happen. And if I can, I'll let you know what closely we can get to. You know.
All right.
Amazing things are possible. So use your imagination. We can make a video of anything. We can make a movie. This is a movie. It's a film. So you can make. I have the ability to take it from the clouds to the cellar. So your imagination really can run.
Does anybody know where there's a rodent thinker statue in America, or is there?
Oh, that's good. We have to. That, I think, is a job for Theresa to research. Right? She's great at that.
You mean where is it located at?
Because, have you guys ever seen those pictures where the people they have the hand to the head, they're all doing this, but the thinker's actually doing this. That's so weird.
I know. That's so like.
My favorite.
Yeah, it's like this.
Reality bloopers.
Wait, it's more like this now.
I know, that's so crazy. I seen those. I said to myself, I know that they're standing right next to this. They just got done looking at it, right?
You know what? That would be great to put on a Mandela effect T-shirt, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Like,
Teresa, Meegs, did you see that video that Teresa found? And I freeze framed it. You could see all these people were dancing with sunglasses. They were doing that dance from what's that movie? The sunglasses. Tom Cruise, yeah.
Oh yeah, Risky Business. Oh
yes, and he had the sunglasses off, but everyone else who imitated him had them on.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god. That's the kind of stuff that really is great, man. I love it.
Yeah. I'm going to have to jump you guys. It was nice. Thank you for having me on, Keith, and thank you, Meegs, for calling in.
Happy birthday, brother. You are a golden gem.
God bless you guys, and have a good rest of your birthday, Brian.
Thanks, Meegs.
And Meegs.
Much love to you guys.
Hey, Meegs.
You too.
I love you so much, honey. You are so amazing. Everything I told you is so true, and I wish I seen your face right now. You know, it's so important.
I'm there in spirit, man.
Take care, honey. I love you.
God bless you, Meegs. Thank you.
All right. Bye, guys.
All right. Take care, brother.
God
bless you, brother. Thank you so much again for coming on. Good night. Good night. Thank you again.
Good night, Teresa.
And I'll talk to you more about that project now.
All right. Maybe we can talk more about it tomorrow. If you like, we can bring it up on the show. You know.
Yeah, I'll be there. What time are we coming on tomorrow?
About the show tomorrow.
We're thinking about 8:30. Is that okay with you?
Yep.
8:30, Teresa. That's 5:30 your time, Teresa.
That's good.
Yeah, that's fine by me too. Yep.
All right, we'll see you guys.
All right. Thank you.
All right, take it easy.
Take care, brother.
Ryan, get some rest and happy birthday.
We're gonna actually move this one down a little bit.
That's cool.
Yeah. Oh, that was so wonderful. I'm glad that you had him call in because. We wouldn't have had him any other way.
I need to work on the show for tomorrow. And
yeah, and you and I had a great show. I think we're pretty much did our mission, didn't we?
Yeah.
I think we did our mission.
We got Brian on. We celebrated his birthday. I think we're pretty good.
And I think
we want to talk about, we can talk more tomorrow.
Yeah, we can. We can do another one tomorrow. Sound good?
Yeah, but we're going live tomorrow. Remember?
Yeah, we can come on earlier if you... Oh, yeah. We're going to be on... I don't want to come on. I'm too busy. So I'll see you with Brian. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. What?
Why should I come on?
Of course, I know that. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm so excited about it. I cannot wait. You're it's so amazing. And thank you so much for bringing this to my attention, you know, and coming on yourself tonight. They're so great.
Perfect. And I'm gonna right now. I've got to work on the effects for tomorrow.
And think about the project too. Don't let Brian lose interest in it. Like I really want that to go. And I told Brian to take lead. So you know what that means? That means that like I'll be doing all the work, and you guys will be part of the creative developers. And I'm really excited to work with you guys at that level because like I'll be doing the editing, but you guys have a job there too because. You'll be doing the other parts that's not basically everything that's not editing, and there's a lot there that's got to get done, and you're just so like helpful in that way. So I mean, just don't lose your voice for this project because Theresa, we can do something so amazing, like it'd be so good for the community. All right, honey. So what do you think? Is that a good one? Then we're done.
Yeah, I think we did good.
All right then, folks, we're going to go ahead and wrap up the show. Mission accomplished. We got the best and the brightest on tonight. Just an act of God, really. It wasn't planned. And here we go. That's the show. Mandela Mantics, a program from Landi Mantics Productions. God bless you, and we will see you next time. Take care. You can say bye.
Bye, everyone. Thank you for joining us.
All right. Take care, guys.